we have a new name for the coronavirus. The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19. Co for corona, Vi for virus, D for disease, and 19 because it started last year.
COVID-19. Do you guys know that COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a coronavirus that emerged in the late of 2019? It spread so fast through the air between humans and finally led to a pandemic. It's become a global crisis as it started to become a threat to international security in so many aspects. Can anyone give their insight on how it reshaped international security?
Hi Daniel, of course we know the COVID-19 pandemic left us with a lot of implications that can be discussed together. It showed us the role of international cooperation in managing global health security crisis. The WHO has been essential in coordinating the global response and providing updates, guidelines and resources. This effort demonstrates the importance of multilateral cooperation in tackling global challenges and safeguarding global health security, proving we are stronger together in the fight against COVID-19. How about you, Marisa?
Daniel, I do agree with Aina's points, but I would like to add that it's also affected global economies. The global outbreak of COVID-19 resulted in a rise in government debt due to the implementation of extensive financial policies to lessen the economic consequence. So, multilateral cooperation, especially through the G20 and the Debt Service Suspension Initiative, the SSI, was crucial in handling the rise in debt levels and maintaining economic stability. Am I right, Julita?
Yes, Marisa, you are right, but the pandemic COVID-19 also affected global geopolitical security. Firstly, it affected military readiness and operations. As countries focus on domestic health crisis, many nations reduce overseas deployments and reallocate resources, affecting the overall readiness of armed force. Second, nationalism and protectionism also surged during the pandemic. Countries prioritized securing their own supplies of medical equipment and essential goods, straining international cooperation and disrupting trade agreements. Lastly, the geopolitical rivalries also occur between US and China intensified. Accusations about the virus origin and responses fueled distrust and hostility, further straining diplomatic relations and impacting global stability. Hazim, what is your opinion?
Wow, what an interesting discussion, Julita. In my opinion, regardless of the implication for health, economy, and geopolitics, technology and cybersecurity must not be ignored. Did you know that in the pandemic era, cyber attack migrated to distance work or schooling, creating additional vulnerabilities for cyber criminals that can be exploited? There were many organizations unprepared for the rapid shift to remote work or education, which could lead to an increase in cyber attacks. Now it's your turn, Izati.
Alright, Hazim. Guys, to continue the discussion, the COVID-19 pandemic also significantly disrupted global food supply chains. The movement restriction and travel bans imposed in many countries have severely affected transportation and logistics, causing delays in food deliveries. Other than that, the border closure and the implementation of quarantine have hindered the flow of agricultural products and inputs such as seeds, fertilizer, chemical, and leading to serious disruption in food production. Nurin, is there any theory that can be related?
Of course, Izati, I will explain about it. Last but not least, the impact of COVID-19 on security issues can be discussed in various theoretical frameworks such as hegemony. Hegemony refers to the dominance of one state over others in terms of political, economic, and military power. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly influenced the hegemony dynamics, especially between US and China. Overall, the pandemic has intensified the competition and reshaped the power relation between these two major powers. Daniel, let's conclude today's discussion.
Wow, it's good to know that you guys are all caught up and always up to date on the pandemic issue. It is indeed an important event of the century. A lot should be learned by humanity from this pandemic that could help us prepare for the future global health crisis in case one is coming.